Well, hello and how are you? Hey, friends. Welcome to the Shen Show. I wish it was on a better note, but I'm going to have to let y'all know that this is probably the last show because, well, I don't know. It's just not doing it for me anymore. I mean, I used to like to get on here and enjoy myself and sing and move around and twist around in the chair and tell jokes and sing happy birthday shout outs and everything, but I don't know. Just doesn't seem to be doing it for me anymore. I don't know if y'all, really want me to stick around or whatever. Push the like button and share it or something, and maybe I'll stick around. Anyway, I don't know. It's probably just not going to happen because, well, this pandemic thing. It's got everybody in bad mood, and well, I guess I must be one of them too. Anyway, by the way, let's see. It's Wednesday, April 1st. Oh, well, April Fools, happy birthday. Hey, I'm going to be around forever. Don't you worry your sweet little head about it. I'm always going to be here. You can't get rid of me that easy. April Fools, folks. I hope you were eating that hook, line, and sinker. 'Cause, well, hey, that's the way it goes on the April Fool Day. Anyway, I got a happy birthday shout out going out to Austin Schulte and Joyce Figg. So, without further ado, here's a birthday song for the two of you. I said, hey, I heard it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, I'ma say. Austin and Joyce, you're 1 more year older today, so happy birthday to you, I say. I said, hey, I heard it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, I'ma say. Yeah, I know you're 1 more year older today, so happy birthday to you, I must say and many more. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Tuesday, April 1st. Yeah, I promised you all that sunshiny day, and well, they delivered. It wasn't an April Fool. I thought for sure it was going to give me a sunshiny pair of forecast, and then all of a sudden it was going to fool me out and be cloudy, outy, dowdy. But nope, it's a sunshine all the way. It's even coming down on my shoulders. Well, it was. Because we had the door open over there, let all the fresh air in. Pandemic air, let that pandemic air in the house. Oh lordy, oh lordy, oh lordy, can't open a window, can't open a door. Pandemic air is all the roar. Anyway, today, April 1st, sunny, highs around 61 degrees Fahrenheit, winds east to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy early with increasing clouds overnight. 64 degrees Fahrenheit with winds in the southeast direction at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then Thursday, April the 2nd, mostly cloudy skies, highs around 68 degrees Fahrenheit, and winds southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then Thursday night, mainly cloudy, lows around 51 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. More clouds than sunshine, highs around 69 degrees Friday, April the 3rd. Winds are going to be out of the south to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Scattered thunder showers during the evening, followed by occasional showers overnight, and lows around 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be east to northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain, 60%. And then Saturday, April 4th, overcast with rain showers at times. Highs around 56 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds winds are north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain, 40%. Mainly cloudy, low. There we go. Put that down here. Mainly cloudy and lows around 49 degrees Fahrenheit overnight with winds light and variable. And then Sunday, April the 5th, mainly cloudy skies, highs around 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be light and variable, east to southeast at approximately 5 miles per hour. And then partly cloudy skies overnight, early, and that'll give way to occasional showers later on during the night. Lows are going to be 56 degrees Fahrenheit, and winds are going to be light and variable, southeast at 5 miles per hour, with chances of rain up in there at around 50%. Half a chance. Half a chance of rain, half a not chance of rain. Alrighty, that being said, let's see. I was doing songs all this morning and I can't think of a one. Um, I just cannot think of a one. Oh, yes, I can think of one. Boom, boom, boom. It's an old song. Uh, it's not Mr. Peabody's Coal Train. I mean, that is a good song. Song lyrics, Mr. Peabody's Coal Train done hauled it away. Yeah, it's boom, 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 boom. Let's see. See what we got. Hello? Hello. Yes, me. When I was a child, my father would family would travel down to western Kentucky, where my parents were born. And there was backwoods old town that was often remembered so many times that my memories are worn. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Mulhollenberg County, down by the Green River, where the paradise lay? Well, son, I'm sorry you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train done hauled it away. Well, sometimes we'd travel right down the Green River to the old abandoned old prison down by Artie Hill, where the air smelled like snakes, and we'd shoot with our pistols, but empty pop bottles was all we would kill. Daddy, won't you take me back to Mulhollenberg County, down where the Green River, where paradise lay? Well, son, I'm sorry, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train done hauled it away. Then the coal company came with the world's largest shovel. They trotted the timbers and stripped all the land. Well, they dug for their coal till the land was forsaken. Then they wrote it all down as the progress of man. Daddy, won't you take me back to Lunenburg County, down by where the Green River, where paradise lay? Well, son, I'm sorry, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train done hauled it away. When I die, let my ashes float down the Green River. Let my soul roll on up to Rochester Dam. I'll be halfway to heaven with paradise waiting, just 5 miles away from where I am today. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Lunenburg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train done hauled it away. If you want to change the key, but hey, that's not fair. So, Mr. Peabody's coal train done hauled it away. Now, that wasn't the song I was thinking of earlier. It was an old song such as that, but that wasn't it. And so I'm still going to find out what it was. Oh, shoot. I guess it could be Big John. I think it is Big John. Song lyrics, Big John. Every morning at the mine, you could see him arrive. He stood 6'6" and weighed 245. Kind of broad at the shoulders and narrow at the hip. And everybody knew you didn't give no lip to Big John. Big John, Big John, a big bad John. Nobody seemed to know where John called home. He just drifted into town and they stayed all alone. He did purr and didn't say much, kind of quiet and shy. And if you spoke at all, you just said hi to Big John. Big John, Big John, a big bad John. Somebody said he came from New Orleans, where he got in a fight over a Cajun queen, and a crushing blow from a huge right hand sent a Louisiana fella to the promised land. Big John, Big John, Big John, a big bad John. Well, there came a day at the bottom of the mine where a timber cracked and the men started crying. Miners were praying and their hearts beat fast, and everybody thought that they'd drawn their last, except John. And then the dust and the smoke in this man-made hell, well, walked a giant of a man that the miners knew well. He grabbed his sagging timbers and he gave out a groan, and he shoved that timber up like an oak tree, and he stood there alone. Big John, Big John, Big John, a big bad John. And with all of his strength, he gave a mighty shove, and the miners yelled, "There's light up above!" And 20 men scrambled from that would-be grave. Now there's only one left down there to say, Big John. Well, with the jacks and the timbers, they started back down. Then that rumble way down in the ground, and the smoke and the gas belched up out of that mine, and everybody knew it was the end of line for Big John. Big John, Big John, a big bad John. Now they never reopened that worthless pit. They just placed a marble stand in front of it, and these few words are written on that stand. At the bottom of this mine lies a big, big man. Big John, Big John, Big John, a big bad John. Okay, there you go. That was one of the ones I was looking for. The other one was song lyrics. I owe my soul to the company store. 16 tons. There you go. Some people say a man is made of muscle and is made of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood and a skin and bone. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. Let's try it again. Some people say a man's made of muscle and blood. A poor man... Let's try it again. Some people say a man is made of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. A muscle and blood and a skin and bones. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. You load a 16 tons and what do you get? Another day older and a deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call because I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Well, I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. I picked up my shovel and I walked to the mine. I loaded 16 tons of number one coal, and the straw boss said, "Brother, bless my soul. You load 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and a deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. Oh, my soul to the company store." Well, I was born one morning in the drizzling rain. Fighting and troubles at my middle name. Raised in the cane brake by an old mama lion, and I ain't high-toned woman gonna make me toe the line. You load 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and a deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. I hold my soul to the company store. Well, if you see me coming, you better step aside. A lot of men didn't, and a lot of men died. With one fist of iron and another of steel. If the right one don't get you, then the left one will. You load 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and a deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you take me 'cause I can't go. because I owe my soul to the company store. Need some water to drink, that ain't no lie. It's cold, cold water and it's on my backside. I drink and I rinse and I swallow it down. It goes all the way and it rolls around. You load 16 tons and what do you get? Moisture in your mouth and it ain't no off. You load 16 tons. Oh, St. Peter, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Ba-da-bum-bum-ba-da-bum. Alrighty, yeah, it looks like that one's done. And so, it's time for story time. Why don't we call the children all around the television? And we're going to bring the story to you today by Kimberly Dodd Little and Rockin' Ring Bling. That's right, Ring Bling. And jewelry, all kinds of jewelry, $5 plus tax. Don't forget the tax. All right, and Wallace Resale, that's right. Anytime you want an appliance or some kind of a toy, go ahead and get a hold of Wallace Resale on Facebook. Either one, Facebook, both of them. Wallace Resale and Kimberly Dodd Little on Facebook. That's right. Today's story is going to be The Princess and the Pea by Hans Christian Andersen. Once upon a time, there was a princess who wanted to marry a prince, but she would have to be a real princess. Well, he traveled all over the world to find one, but nowhere could he get what he wanted. There was a princess I know, but it was difficult to find out whether they were real ones. There was always something about them that was not as it should be. So he came home again and was sad, for he would have liked very much to have a real princess. One evening a terrible storm came on. There was thunder and lightning and rain poured down in torrents. Suddenly a knocking on the door was heard at the city gate, and the old king went to open it. It was a princess standing out there in front of the gate. But, good gracious, what a sight! The rain and the wind had made her look. The water ran down from her hair and clothes. It ran down into the toes of her shoes and out again at the heels. And yet she said that she was a real princess. Well, we'll soon find out, thought the old queen. But she said nothing, went into the bedroom and took all of the bedding off of the bedstead and laid a pea on the bottom. Then she took 20 mattresses and laid them on the pea, and then 20 eider-down beds on top of the mattresses. On the on this the princess had to lie all night. In the morning she was asked how she had slept. "Oh, very badly," she said. "I have scarcely closed my eyes all night. Heaven only knows what was in the bed, but I was laying on something hard so that I am black and blue all over my body. Isn't it's horrible." Now they knew that she was a real princess because she had felt the pea right through the 20 mattresses and the 28 eider-down beds. Nobody but a real princess could be as sensitive as that. So the prince took her for his wife. For now he knew that he had a real princess, and the pea was put in the museum, where it may still be seen. If no one has stolen it. There, that is a true story. Well, that's not the Princess and the Pea that I remember. Anyway, how about this one over here? The Hare and the Tortoise. How about that? We'll do the. And I always thought it was the tortoise and the hare, but apparently it's the hare and the tortoise. It's the Aesop for children. Anyway, a hare was making fun of a tortoise one day for being slow. "Do you ever get anywhere?" he asked with a mocking laugh. "Yes," replied the tortoise, "and I get there sooner than you think. I'll run you a race and prove it." Well, the hare was much amused at the idea of running a race with the tortoise, but for fun of the thing he agreed. So the fox, who had consented to act as judge, marked the distance and started the runners off. Well, the hare was soon far out of sight, and to make the tortoise feel very deeply how ridiculous it was for him to try to race with a hare, he lied down beside the corner of the course to take a nap until the tortoise should catch up. Well, the tortoise meanwhile kept going slowly but steadily, and after a time passed the place where the hare was sleeping. But the hare slept on very peacefully, and when at last he did wake up, the tortoise was nearly at the goal line. And the hare now ran as swift as he could, but he could not overtake the tortoise in time. The race is not always to the swift, is the whatchamacallit, moral to that there nursery rhyme story, bedtime story. I guess it's a bedtime story. Little rabbit frou-frou, I don't want to see you. Scooping out a field mouse and bop him on the head. Well, that's right. Do you know that one? Do you know the story about the little hunter in the woods and the rabbit, the little rabbit foo-foo? Well, that's another story for another day. Looks like it's time for our portion of the program called Our Daily Bread. And so therefore, we're going to do the Daily Bread today. And tomorrow we will continue with another story. Today's devotion for the Daily Bread is called Praying Like Jesus. And that, my friends, is a good way to pray because, well, Jesus, he knew what he was doing. Well, of course, he was the Father's Son. Anyway, if you're keeping up with the Bible with Briscoe, we'll be reading Judges 13 through 15 today and Luke 6, 27 through 49. All right? Okay, today is Luke 22. 39 through 44 will be the reading, the insight, the scripture for today's what's it called? Devotion. Yeah, for today's devotion. So Luke 22, 39 through 44. 29 through 44. Luke 22, 29 through 44, or 39 through 44. Sorry, Luke 22, 39 through 44. 39 through 44. Did you get that? Boy, I guess some of you probably wish that this was the last of the shows, huh? All right, anyway, here we go. Jesus went out, as usual, to the Mount of Olives, and his disciples followed him. On reaching the place, he said to them, "Pray that you will not fall into temptation." He withdrew about a stone's throw beyond them, knelt down, and prayed, "Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me. Yet not my will, but your will be done." An angel from heaven appeared to him and strengthened him, and beginning in anguish, he prayed more earnestly, and his sweat was like drops of blood falling to the ground. And there you go, Luke 22, 39 through 44. And that concludes the Daily Bread for today's program, and that leaves me with one more song for you, and that would be Well, goodbye, my friends. It's a time to go. Ba-da-ba-da-dum. I said goodbye, my friends. It's a time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. This here's been Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello and how are you? And thanks for tuning in to the Shen Show. And as always, God loves you and so do I, so be blessed and come back and see me tomorrow because, well, I'll be here and I hope you are too. And happy April Fool's Day to each and every one of you. Alrighty then. Well, alrighty then.